In the quiet darkness of a September night in 1961, a young couple was driving home from vacation. What began as a normal road trip soon became one of the most chilling and mysterious stories in modern history. This is the terrifying account of Betty and Barney Hill, the first widely reported alien abduction case in the world. It was the evening of September 19, 1961. Betty and Barney Hill, an ordinary couple from Portsmouth, New Hampshire, were on their way back from a trip to Canada. The road was quiet, the night sky clear, but somewhere along Route 3, Betty noticed a strange light in the distance. At first, she thought it might be a shooting star, until the light changed direction and began following their car. As the minutes passed, the light grew brighter, closer. Barney pulled over to get a better look. What they saw left them frozen, a massive disc-shaped craft hovering silently above the trees. Through a pair of binoculars, Barney could even make out several figures inside, beings staring back at him. Fear took over. He shouted to Betty, "We have to get out of here!" The couple jumped back into their car and sped away. But something strange began to happen. A buzzing, humming sound surrounded them. A wave of dizziness washed over their bodies. The next thing they remembered, they were 35 miles down the road, with no memory of how they got there. Hours had passed, but to them it felt like minutes. When they finally reached home in Portsmouth, nothing felt right. Their clothes were dirty and torn. Betty's dress had strange pink stains. Barney's shoes were scuffed in an unusual way. Even their watches had stopped working. Both of them felt a deep sense of unease, as if something had happened that they couldn't quite remember. Soon after, Betty began having vivid, terrifying dreams. In them, she and Barney were taken aboard a strange craft. Small gray beings with large black eyes surrounded her. They spoke to her not with words, but with thoughts. In her dream, they examined her body, took skin and hair samples, and even inserted a long needle into her abdomen. The dreams felt so real that she woke up in tears night after night. In the following years, the Hills sought help from Dr. Benjamin Simon, a psychiatrist who specialized in hypnosis. Separately, under deep hypnosis, both Betty and Barney described the same chilling events. They recalled being taken from their car, led up a ramp into a spacecraft, and subjected to medical experiments by non-human beings. Barney described the creatures as having gray skin, large heads, and wraparound eyes, features that would later become the classic alien image in pop culture. Barney remembered lying on a table paralyzed while the beings examined his body. He recalled a strange device placed over his groin, as if they were collecting genetic material. Betty's hypnosis sessions echoed her dreams, needles, samples, and endless staring eyes. Both of them remembered the beings communicating telepathically, assuring them they would not be harmed, though the experience was terrible. One of the most mysterious details came from Betty's sessions. She claimed that before being returned to their car, the aliens showed her a star map, pointing out where they came from. Under hypnosis, she drew the map, a cluster of stars connected by lines. Years later, astronomers compared it to real star systems and noticed a striking resemblance to the Zeta Reticuli binary star system. This detail fueled endless speculation that the Hills had indeed encountered extraterrestrials. When the story became public, it caused a media storm. Newspapers across America reported on the UFO abduction of the Hills. Skeptics dismissed it as a hallucination, a dream, or simply stress. But believers saw it as undeniable proof that humans were not alone in the universe. The Hills, once an ordinary couple, became forever linked to the history of UFO encounters. The Hill abduction remains one of the most famous UFO cases in history. It was the first to describe many details that would later become staples of alien abduction stories: missing time, gray-skinned beings, telepathic communication, medical experiments, and even the star map. To this day, no one can fully explain what happened to Betty and Barney Hill on that dark September night. Whether it was a real alien encounter, a shared psychological experience, or something else entirely, one thing is certain: the story of Betty and Barney Hill continues to haunt and inspire the mystery of UFOs more than 60 years later.